everyone. Welcome into this Day for Day podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Matthews, bringing you all things AZ. And today on the show, it's a very special show because I got to drag in my big sis, Alicia. Now, if you've gone to any of the Suns games in the past, 4 or 5 years now, you've probably seen her dressing up like Selena, singing like Mariah Carey, or just hosting like the best host in the NBA. And I have to say that because she makes me say that. But I'm so excited because we really have so much to share in both of our journeys, but also it's going to be a little twist of a podcast. Usually I'm doing a lot of the interviewing and, you know, moving the conversation along, where you're probably going to be throwing some things back at me, sis. Like you usually do.
You know me, so you can't really interview me when you know
talk
me.
A lot, so
we do.
Get ready, and then our producer, Nico Lando, is going to be throwing out some things to us too. So it's going to be a lot in this jam-packed podcast session. And usually, sis, because I know you watch the podcast, you know, I like to start with a little game.
Okay.
But Nick's gonna host
I've got
this
the questions today.
Okay.
Yes, questions.
I think it's going to be pretty fun.
Okay, and so I get to play now.
Yes.
And it's really exciting. I have no idea what he's asking.
Oh, boy.
By the way.
So all questions are essentially set up for both of you to answer as well.
Yes.
So,
At the same time, like first answer, or you go first, I go first?
Not always.
Not a race? Okay. It's not always a competition.
I love the competition right out of the gate.
Sister. Yeah, like who's going to be first? There's no buzzer.
Okay.
We're not on Family Feud.
Okay.
Again, we'll get into that.
Wow.
All right, go.
Okay, cool. So first question is deep track right out of the gate. If only one of you could be Selena, which of you would it be? And what would the role of the other sister be? Would you be manager, merch representative? What's that going to be?
Who answers these questions first?
I mean...
Oldest?
No, youngest, host of the podcast should answer this first.
Okay.
This is hard because she sings like Selena, like hands down, but I got moves like Selena. So it's like, you got to have the bitty bitty bomb bomb to make it all together here. But I'm a really great role player, though. I have to give it to you. Like, I'm a great supporting cast member in this dream. Growing up, I would say my sister would be Selena because the vocals, clear-cut winner in that category. And I would obviously be Suzette, her sister, because drums are badass, like in the movie. Or,
also backup dancers.
Backup dancer is very crucial in the whole production. So I'll give it to my sis on that one.
I love you for that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Selena, I feel her every day when I wake up. She's a part of my life. She's a part of everything I do, whether I'm hosting a Suns game or sitting here on this couch with you. I literally feel like she's a part of me. So I have to take this. This is me. I am Selena's.
People don't understand how deep we are in this.
Yeah.
But like compare it to, if you're listening, Star Wars nerd, you feel like you are one with Chewbacca or Jedi. I can't translate
Luke
this thing.
Skywalker.
Thank you. Luke, all of them. Like,
I appreciate the nod to Star Wars. Period. I appreciate your nod to Star Wars.
Not
at all.
I've seen your Lego set.
But with Selena, we in deep. Like, this is in our blood. I actually got to meet Suzette, Selena's sister, and her dad, Abraham, years ago when I worked in LA. So I just feel like I'm part of the family. Like, yeah, Selena and I.
This is a good W for
this is a good one.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, next question.
Thank you, sis.
Next question. In same line as to the shirt, Cacti 5, that you are currently wearing, Lisa, which of you is a starter and which of you is coming off the bench?
Oh, this is so... I'm going to let my sister start this one.
Yeah, my sister is definitely the starter, and I'm coming off the bench. She's always been... My dad used to call her his son, always been into sports since she was a toddler. So for sure, she is part of the starting 5. Charles Barkley was her crush growing up, her imaginary friend. Kevin Johnson was mine. So to meet them, you know, as the in-arena host this past season, to meet them, it was like a full circle moment. But she's definitely.
Can we talk about that? We're going to get some childhood trauma out here.
This is therapy.
This is therapy.
We are allowing this to be therapy, yes.
Can we expand on this a little bit?
Go for it.
Okay, she just elaborated on the fact that Charles is my boo, my main crush, my man since day one. And it just wasn't a childhood thing. Like, it's deep into me, almost similar to Selena. Like, we all have our obsessions.
Yeah.
Barkley is mine. So she meets Barkley, Sir Charles. Okay? She meets him at the game and fails to FaceTime me in that interaction, but talks about nails and hair with him, like all the other things under the sun.
I wish I had sound effects for this.
He talked about the nails and hair. I didn't bring up the nails
but
and hair.
in that moment, like her boo is Nelly. Okay, if I were to see Nelly, like, who comes to mind? My sister's face. She's been obsessed with them. Like, in that moment, I would be like, hang on, let me just get something for my sister. Like, a little hi in the IG, posting all the stories to Instagram. I'm literally waiting for my shout out. Because I'm like, my sis would not do me wrong in this moment. Like, this is a moment.
We need to talk about this. I'm glad you brought it up. This is therapy. In that moment, listen, in that moment, you know, it's a huge moment for your childhood. Yes, that was her imaginary friend. But, like, I grew up with Charles Barkley. We both did.
Our dog's name was Barkley.
Our dog's name was Barkley. Like, literally, it was in our blood just as much as Selena. So in that moment, you have to go backstage with me. I'm meeting him. It's like this full circle moment, out of body experience. I just want to get pictures and videos. For the record, the video that I posted on my Instagram where he mentions the hair and nails, I was attempting to get a video for us. It was like a say hi to my sister, but he just took over. If you watch the video, go to my Instagram, he started talking the moment I started recording.
It still hurts.
So I didn't have a chance. And then he threw me off with what he said. I didn't even have a chance to say, oh, by the way, can you say hi to my sister?
It really, like, nothing you said here matters. I heard nothing.
I'm sorry.
Like, this will forever. Yeah, okay, we can move on because
it's a sensitive topic.
Yeah, clearly.
But you're the starting five, sis. You really are. And I'm the supporting.
No question.
I mean, Lisa's dishing the rock to Barkley down low.
Yeah.
That's clearly what's happening.
Duh.
Okay.
Next
I'm sure there's still some more there, but that'll be a different time period.
We'll unpack
get
later.
to that,
We're
if
getting
you will.
sweaty over here. Okay.
Okay, cool. So Lisa mentioned to me that you guys are big Disney fans. So the next question is, what is your favorite Disney original movie of all time?
Remember,
you can each have one, or if you have one together.
All of them. I can't really pick one.
We
Just
used to
one?
watch them all the time.
All of them. Pocahontas, Little Mermaid.
Oh, I'm
Beauty and
talking
the
Disney
Beast.
originals,
Like,
though.
movies,
Like the
like-
ones that were just on TV, not in
Oh,
theaters.
like on Zoog Disney.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I don't know what
Stepsister from Planet Weird.
Oh, that's
Wish Upon a Star. All the ones with sisters. Remember these traded lives?
Yes.
We always wanted to do that.
the motor. Yeah,
Johnny Tsunami.
That's mine.
Rip Girls. Remember the girls who surfed?
Mhm.
I'm drawing a blank because there were so
Johnny
many.
Tsunami for sure. Smart House.
Smart House.
Smart House.
It's actually it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, when that came out, her and I were like crying. We went through all of the movies. We're like, oh my God, remember? It was nostalgia.
Yeah.
To its finest.
Still classics. Like, I'll still get down with Disney Channel Plus.
She
Like,
does.
There's some really good Disney Channel original. Like Brink is a good movie.
Brink!
Yeah, Team Pup and Suds. You know,
No.
Team Pup and Suds was like that was their team name once they broke off of like the bad.
Oh, no. Okay. Yes.
rollerblading
Yes.
team.
You took me
I was
back.
like,
Yeah.
it didn't hit at first.
There's
Fine.
so many. And I feel like when I leave here, I'm going to be thinking of all the
Yeah.
ones I should have
Happens.
mentioned. There's so many.
Johnny Tsunami for sure.
Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, so back to the sports stuff.
Good questions.
Favorite sports memory that you've witnessed live? You had to be there for.
Oh, I know.
Okay, you go.
I think it was the Suns game when Ayton caught that assist and dunked.
Valley-oop. That is my moment.
We were
The
together
Valley-oop.
too.
Yes, we were. That had to be a moment we will never forget.
I recorded that in stadium,
Same.
and it was one of them. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was a
Moment in
Scott
history.
Foster game. That was Book's broken
Yes.
nose game.
Oh my God.
So much
There
happened.
was so much, and there was something else too, but I don't remember exactly what it was.
That was
But,
pretty epic. I think I cried and I peed a little.
wow.
It was all the things, all the
Valley-oop.
feels.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine. Ooh, this is hard. This is very difícil. Okay, so I'm gonna say,
Did you just say difícil?
yeah,
Isn't
difficult.
That's not difficult. Fácil is.
Easy. Difícil.
Hang on.
I don't
Our
speak
Spanish
Spanish.
card
No,
is being put
yours-
to the test. No es fácil. That's not
No,
easy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just said this
This
is.
is difficult. This is muy difícil.
Okay, listen.
Oh
No
my
hablo español.
Gosh.
Apparently,
Mom
neither do
is
I.
gonna be very upset with you, and Nana.
I'm gonna
and
Google
Thea.
this when we leave here. Okay,
Okay.
go on. Go on.
You just threw me off because I'm trying. Okay, favorite sport in person. Gosh, Hail Larry was insane. I was working with the Cardinals at the time. I was on the sideline as he made that cut towards the sideline before. Yes, and that was for me in real time. I felt like everything just stopped. And here's the thing, I wasn't a fan, right? So you can't be on the sidelines going crazy.
Throw it to Larry, throw it to Larry, throw it to Larry.
So I had like my journal, like professional hat on, but you could see me on the sidelines, like all the NFL films and all of that. Like I am holding my notes and I'm like crunching down like I'm having to pee or something because I'm like,
that would be epic.
Yeah, that was insane.
Oh, that had to be so hard for you, though, to not be able to be a fan, to just be professional.
Like
That's one thing I love about being the in-arena host for the Suns.
Yeah,
is
you could cheer your ass
I'm
off.
cheering, I'm shouting, I'm in it. So,
and not that anyone will look for me because clearly I was working for the Cardinals. It's like, of course, you have that excitement and like the whole sideline's going crazy. Like players were like bumping into me, but still I had to be, you can't be too crazy. But that was insane. And then I also, can I have a second one?
Sure.
Both were like Hail Mary moments. I mean, the D-Hop was huge. And not to mention, I have to give myself a little drop. Yeah. I predicted that in pregame show. Never happened before, never will happen again. But I said D-Hop will have the game-winning touchdown. And then it happened, and I was like, what? Like, it just was like that moment of,
I think I remember that, yeah.
And it was during pandemic season, so it's just weird. Like, I'm in the stands with, like, 20 people maybe in front of me. It was weird times, but.
Well, I think every Cardinals fan would like to personally thank you, Lisa, for that
sure.
moment.
You're welcome.
Sounds like it wouldn't have happened without you.
I can't predict anything else. I don't know when we're going to. I did say
no
we
one
will
knows.
have new uniforms soon.
Okay, that kind of works.
Great prediction. But yeah, that's as far as it goes.
Okay, I have one more question if you want to do one more.
This is fun.
Let's do it. Let's do another one.
My notes are not working.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I found it. Okay, what is something that the two of you did as youngsters that your parents still do not know about? What is a little like you guys work together type of thing?
I got all excited for the first half because like we did so much weird stuff together that our mom doesn't know about.
I feel like she found out everything.
Yeah, moms know everything.
Listen, I've always been very
Mexican
honest.
moms.
Oh yeah,
they'll act like they don't know just so they can catch you.
So that's a good story because this is what happened. Back to Selena. I wanted bangs like Selena. My mom didn't let us cut our hair. It was like, it's not a religious thing. It was just like
a mama normalicia thing.
Yeah, you're gonna have long hair and you're never gonna cut it. So I really wanted Selena bangs, and my sister was like, well, let's test it out on you, little sis, of course. And here she goes, takes a strand of my hair and chops it, which if you know what happens, like it just goes right up, like sticks
there's some like a Mary moment for a good 3 months of her life where her hair just
was a horror. Okay, so no. You cut it, my bangs, horribly.
Yeah.
And then me being, 7, 8, I was like, oh my God, mom's going to find out. You could totally tell. So then I decided to take the scissors and cut it off, thinking it's just going to go away. Like, I'm going to cut it off. But then I had a patch, like a chia pet patch on my head.
Yeah.
My mom knew the entire time, but made us go through hell. And my sister made me go through hell.
So to answer I don't think our mom was unaware or oblivious to anything. We couldn't get away with nothing.
Yeah.
So, but hey, if you ever want to borrow my bangs, my clip-in bangs from my Selena night at the Suns game, you can borrow them so we can redeem ourselves from that tragic season of life.
It was a very tragic. It just wouldn't grow back, like, at all.
We didn't have bomb shampoo back then.
No. I wish that existed because it was just a patch. And then my sister made my life for the next 2 years a living hell, even though she's the one that cut my hair.
Yeah.
She's like, if you don't go and make me a sandwich, I'm going to tell mom you cut your hair. And she used to do
this. Was the thing. I tried to look at her and be like, it's elimination time.
So as an older sister, making my life miserable until my hair.
All I had to do was this.
She was like, go.
She was my personal slave for a good 2 years of life. It was a good 2 years. All I had to do.
It was the 90s, though, where it was a different time.
Different time. All the best times. But yeah, that's another childhood trauma. Look at you just bringing up some things.
Truly is therapy.
Yeah.
Like, we're unpacking.
Yeah.
We're unpacking here.
People don't know. There's some deep cuts here on the State 48 podcast.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
We get into some weird stuff, pretty emotional, honestly. Several emotional moments.
I'm surprised I haven't cried yet, but I'm sure.
You're going to cry.
Yeah.
You're going to cry for sure.
Matter of time.
A wrestling match later on in the episode.
If you're watching, I'm doing the scissors. You're listening. That's already 20 minutes?
We're at 16.
We haven't even got into life.
No, we haven't.
So as you can tell, this podcast is going to be so different from the rest. And it's unique, obviously, being my sister. But I usually have guests that I don't know all the ins and outs of. And I literally know everything about you.
Yep.
But obviously, people listening in maybe they don't know who Alicia Blanco is. So please, in a nutshell, introduce what you do, who you are, what you're all about, and then we'll get into all of the other layers.
Yeah, I always say I'm Lisa's big little sister. I'm the older sister, but, mentally, she's a lot older than me, way more life experience, way more mature, but I do work as the in-arena host for the Phoenix Suns. I also work with you as a market partner for Mon8. It's changed our lives. I love to travel. I'm a dog mom, recently divorced, still friends with Derek, who we love, and hopefully get him on the podcast. Such a good guy, killing it in real estate in the state of Arizona. So, but yeah, starting a new chapter. I'm 36, and to say that I'm newly divorced is a big statement. This is the first time I'm saying it publicly. But yeah, just trusting God in this next chapter, excited to see what he does, because it's definitely different to be going through this season. No one gets married to get divorced, so just trusting God. But I'm loving life otherwise. I love what I do for work with the Suns. I love what I do with Mon8 as a market partner, traveling all the time with you, love our family. I'm just in a good place despite what I'm also walking through. So that's me in a nutshell right now.
See, a lot to unpack there.
A lot. Hosting and doing all the work we do as a market partner for this amazing company. And I also, I'm also going to be putting out an album soon. I love to sing. I've been very blessed to sing the national anthem several times throughout the Valley. Suns games, Coyote games, just random events throughout Arizona. But I'm also working on my own personal stuff right now. I have one song that's been out for a while on Spotify, but we're looking to have a few more released this summer, if not my entire album. So I'm really excited.
Such growth, because let me tell you, I love that I have all the background stories. When we were younger, just voice of an angel, and I was the first one to know that. And I would tell her, like, you have to sing. Like, if I had a voice, I'd be out there on stage, every talent show, and she was really shy about it. And she would make me go into the closet with her and sing. And she's like, if you tell anyone, here you go.
Mm-hmm. There we go with the scissors again. Don't tell anyone I can sing.
I have a good voice, because she's very shy about it.
I don't know why. It was when the movie Selena came out that I started singing, and my sister was like, you're really good. And I was like, I am? Like, I didn't think I was.
I was like, damn, I don't sound like that.
And then I'll never forget I was singing like some raunchy music that I didn't know was raunchy. Remember that song? What song was it? Before you turn off the lights, let's get one thing understood. Okay, I'm 7 years old.
Before I make love.
Yeah. And I'm singing that around the house, and my mom and dad are like, Mija,
don't sing.
You can't be singing stuff like that. But point is, like, I didn't realize, that I felt music at such an early age. I was so shy about it. And if you know me, you know I'm not a shy person now. I mean, hello, I host an arena full of people. You'd never know. But when it came to singing, yes, I would go into a closet. If my mom asked me to sing for family, I would cry. I would kick and scream.
It's the worst.
Refused singing lessons. If she forced me into it, I would have to literally be facing the wall in a different room. Everyone couldn't be looking at me. But I've come a long way.
Yeah, now she's singing the national anthem.
In Spanish, too.
And in Spanish. It's just like, what? Who are you? Who is she?
God has done a work in me. So it's been an exciting turn of events.
It is. Well, what's really cool, too, about just being able to sit here with you, sis, like our journey in being those little girls
Here it comes.
Here in the Valley. Fun fact, Nick and everyone listening, we grew up on Salinas Street with an S, okay? We literally were raised in a home on Salinas Street, right around the corner from the Cardinals training facility. So we are just like ingrained here in the Valley. Obviously grew up going to school here, high school. We went to ASU. We both went to the journalism school. Like, it's just, we've always just been aligned in so many ways, but we are different. But it's really cool to see now, like, it's hard to even like put into words at times or just even appreciate it, because in the moment we're just hustling, we're doing what we love. And then when people kind of sit back and say, oh my God, you worked in the Valley here for several years, you worked for the Cardinals, oh my God, you're with the Suns, like 2 sisters. Like, how do you even grasp that?
We forget how cool it is.
It's really surreal, because I get so much pride watching you. I'm in the stands. I remember us being little girls up in the nosebleeds, being at the games, and now to think like you're on that court and you are like, you're a big part of just the experience there, that there's other little girls watching you that were similar to us. Like, how does that make you feel?
Like this.
She's crying. Cute tears.
We're each other's biggest fans. Yeah, to be on that court, you're with me. Tata's with me. Mom and Dad are with me. I really feel like, woo, this is like our childhood dream come true. And I'm your biggest fan too. I remember going to Cardinals games and I'd be standing up, you'd be on the Jumbotron, and I'd be like, that's my sister. And yeah, we kind of forget how cool it is, the stuff that we've accomplished, and now working together in all facets, not just sports, but also with what we do in our other business. Just our dream has come true. We're living the dream of working together, of traveling together. Is my makeup getting all messed up? And, we forget how cool it is until something happens, like Richard Sines from Fox 10. He's like, can I interview your parents? Can we make a story about you guys? And we're like,
why?
Why? Oh, I guess it is pretty cool that we do what we do. So it's just really cool to see what God has done. Is there tissue? And is doing, and he's not done yet. So even sitting here on this podcast with you, State 48, we are everything Arizona, and that's what State 48 is. And you're the host of this podcast, and you working here, you being a part of this community is so aligned with who you are. So I thank you.
Not the Cactus 5 shirt. That is disrespect.
We do what we gotta do.
If the designer hands you his shirt.
Oh, you designed this one.
I did.
OMG.
Yep.
Love it. Well, don't mind me wiping my...
It's fine. It's fine. Do what you gotta do.
Sis, are there mocos?
I'm mocos.
But all this to say, we are each other's biggest fans. And it's just cool to see you here at this space, State 48, which is all things Arizona. We've grown up here, Cardinals, Suns, and now still living out our dream of working together. We're each other's biggest fans, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Mic drop.
I have a question about this. Just as we always talk about, entrepreneurial ventures here, and like what our foundation and stuff does, could you guys, you ladies, ever see yourselves creating a business around something that you've both done, as far as like that sort of reporting, you know what I mean? Maybe even specifically like for younger women to get into the sports scene specifically. Lisa, I know you've talked about it many times about how it's not just, you talked about it with Jodie Foster as well, that it's not just like
Jodie Jackson.
Jodie Jackson. I'm so sorry.
Jodie Foster's like, you interviewed her?
I told you there's some deep cuts on the State 48 podcast. Sorry, Jodie Jackson. Yeah. But just like being a woman in the sports industry and being able to break through, is there ever something that you guys see yourselves kind of taking all of your knowledge that you've had and finding a way to not only just make money off of it, but kind of, yes, make money off of it, but give back to, younger women.
It's all about helping. It's all about helping other people elevate. HOPE, help other people elevate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you do that all the time. You speak at ASU. She goes to campus and speaks on her experiences and what led her to where she's at. My DMs are flooded with women who are like, how did you get your job? And I'm like, here's the internship I did. Here's what you should do. And this is what you do.
Yeah. And growing up, my mom always said, you guys are going to work together one day. We didn't know what capacity. She's like, I just see you guys doing something, like creating a magazine or, something of that sort. And we're like, we'll see, like, whatever. We both obviously pursued journalism. Me, because I was a sports nut, I just wanted to be in the action. She wanted to be like, do the red carpet, entertainment side of things. But we always were talking about like, well, what can we do together? Because I think the core of what we love to do is what she said, help other people elevate, just support other women, and especially being in, the industry that we're in with sports, especially, and just seeing like the barriers at times that need to be like pushed through, and what our experience is. We absolutely have a passion for helping others. Like, there's no doubt about it. And a lot of what we do day to day together running our business is exactly that in a different form. It's just instilling the confidence in women, and pursuing their dreams, whatever that might be.
Personal development.
I think a big thing right now, and it's funny you said that because my mind has been kind of turning, is like people finding their voice in general, but specifically like if they want to be on social media too. Like, we're not sitting here saying by any means like we're influencers or whatever, like everyone has influence, but just to be able to find their confidence and showing up authentically as them. Like, I think my sister does such a great job. She shows up as herself. She's freaking ridiculous on social media. Like, but she has a voice and she's confident in who she is. And like me turning that page of like not having that and then finding my voice and turning into a mother and like all these things that play into it. A lot of women and people in general struggle with that. And if they want to have some type of branding, if they want to have a business, if they want to do anything, they have to find that. They have to find that and show up as that. And it surprises me how many people, you know, are afraid to show up like that.
Yeah.
And kind of like realizing that they have their voice and stand confident in like who they are. I think there's definitely something there that we can do together, even more so than what we're already doing in a sense of like trainings and stuff. But I do see more in the future for us. We'll see.
I do
Stay
too.
tuned.
I do too. I think it's so cool to be women in sports, women in the Valley with, you know, focus on entrepreneurship and women empowerment and community over competition. That's a big one for us. I want to help everyone win. There's no gatekeeping with us. There's no, you know, I'm going to keep this a secret. You figure it out on your own. I'm all about helping other people open the door. If I have a way to help, I'm going to help you. For example, my girlfriend, Brooklyn, you should get her on the podcast.
I know.
She walked right up to me at a Suns game, total stranger, and asked, hey, can I design an outfit for you? And it's now turned into she designs for me at every game. She's now doing the entire Suns dancers' outfits, other NBA teams, all because she was brave enough to walk up and ask me. I could have been like, no, like, but now, heck yeah, girl, let me help you. We all can help each other. Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing.
It's crazy how far confidence goes. I know you just mentioned it numerous times, Lisa, but like, not that this is about me at all, but like in high school, I didn't have confidence. Like I wasn't a confident guy at all. And now as I've gotten older, it's just like, oh, stop caring about what other people think. And you have all the confidence in the world all day long. But like, that's amazing that someone is able to do that.
Yeah. Just be bold enough to like,
Gotta shoot your shot.
You can still be wrong, sure, or, you know, or not right. But like the confidence I've seen when some people go so far, it's just crazy. That
Mamba mentality, you know, we're obviously Suns fans, but to, you know, obviously honor Kobe. He's Kobe for a reason. And I always talk about his work ethic, his courage. He's gone down in history for being Kobe Bryant, but he's also gone down in history for missing more shots than anyone in NBA history because he wasn't afraid to shoot his shot. He didn't care if he missed in front of an arena full of 17,000. And you have to be the same way in life. Who cares if you get rejected, told no, doors slammed in your face, ridiculed, made fun of? Shoot your shot anyway, because it just takes that one winning shot, that one conversation, that one interaction that can change the trajectory of your entire life. And that's what we instill in our team, our Mamacitas and Team Viva and all the thousands of women that we've brought together to instill that, to wake that up within you, just to have that courage, shoot your shot. Who cares if you miss?
Yeah. And I think about all the time, going back to like caring what people think, right? And what stopped you, Nicholas, maybe, and like your tracks as, you know, growing up. Like think about how many opportunities you missed on that could have hit, or money on the table, whatever it might be, whatever you're going after, because you didn't pursue it because of what other people might have said, or
it's
what
expensive.
They thought.
It's very expensive to care what people think. It costs you a lot of money and time that you'll never get back.
Like, can you imagine if, okay, they're creating State 48, right?
Your shirt.
And they're like, you know what? I'm afraid that, you know, they're just going to think this is some like out of the trunk, like shirt store,
well,
you know?
Before we even go down that rabbit hole there, we have Mike, and Mike has a level of confidence that is wild. Like, and I mean that with all due respect, right?
Yeah.
But like, he's always had a sense of confidence, he'll admit it, even when he's wrong, he still is very confidently wrong.
He's like Kanye.
That was the type of stuff that like,
He'll love to hear that.
that was the type of stuff that like, that's what I didn't have. Like certain things, like I knew in my own abilities that like I wasn't concerned about, right? You know, whether it was a design or whatever, but like, that wasn't going to happen because not only did he have that level of confidence, but the three of us too just also always had each other in those moments, right? Like
nice.
Neither of us ever wanted to let each other down, and that circle just kind of always continued. And whether it wasn't, well, I don't want to let him down, it was also like, I don't want maybe to be asked about that. I don't want someone to check in on this, so I'll make sure I do it too. You know.
That's what builds a strong
foundation,
fitness, and that's why we're here today. Exactly why we're here today. Well, there's so much like life experiences. we could get into, she's done, let me backtrack. She was Miss Arizona in 2009. She got second runner-up at Miss USA with 0 experience. I almost fainted in the stands. Like, I just couldn't even believe it. She has all the Trump stories if you want to hear them. She did reality dating television show.
Hang on, is that a dog?
It's our dog.
Oh, yeah, there's a dog here.
Apologies. Blue's going a little wild
No,
right
it's
now.
okay. Do we need to re-say everything? Because that was really good. Just kidding.
No, okay, so she did.
You were talking about me really, really
Like,
fast.
Can you re-say all of that?
Do that?
Let me get my phone. Just kidding.
She's like milking all this, but
This dog doesn't want me to be great.
Blue was supposed to be
Blue-
the podcast guest today.
Blue
so
was
you
also
just-
talking about he was chiming in
Yeah.
with your excellence. That's what that was.
Okay,
Yeah.
Blue. Go on then.
Okay, so yeah, did Miss USA and then did the reality television show, which I told her not to do. And they actually called me, and I was like, I'm not getting on a boat to hold me.
Yeah.
So many life experiences.
So many.
You were Miss Arizona 2009, went on to get second runner-up in Miss USA, and I'll never
So
forget
crazy.
that. Like, 0 experience, walks on stage, I almost fainted. Such a surreal time. Then went on to do, like, moved to LA, reality television, just some moves. But everything has a purpose, and, you know, it got you to where you are today. Truly believe in that. What part of your journey can you look at and pinpoint as a moment where not so much it was like failure, but it gave you like maybe the biggest lesson that you carry on today in what you do?
It's a great question. I don't know if there was any specific moment, but I do think that my decision to uproot my life and move to LA, I was actually engaged, as you know. I was engaged once
we ain't
before.
Get into the love stories here.
But I called off a wedding, moved to LA in my early 20s, and I think just all the rejection I faced out there. Working for free, all the slammed doors in my face. I think all that built my thick skin. I think also just my experience as Miss Arizona USA, going to Miss USA, almost winning, like literally being second place, almost winning. I think just all of it combined is what gave me that thick skin to just shoot my shot no matter what.
Yeah.
I got nothing to lose. No pivotal moment, though.
I think that really laid a pun into your shoot your shot into then, because this wasn't something like, yes, there was dreams of, wouldn't it be really cool to be the in-arena host or for the Suns, whatever. But I think that really, you know, played a huge part into then you being like, let me go for it kind of thing. And explain how you landed this job.
So in college, I was very blessed to intern with ABC 15, Craig Fooey, Jeff Eisner, Corey, all the OGs. Kaylee O'Kelly, like I just had the best college internship ever, news and sports. So I got to shadow them at all the Suns games, Cardinals, D-backs. But the Suns always just did it for me, again, because we grew up watching. And anytime I would go to the arena, back then it was, what was it? It wasn't America West Arena. That was when we were kids. I forget what it was when I was in college. Was it United Airways Center? I don't know.
Yeah.
Steve Nash era, Sean Marion.
America West Arena for life.
Yeah, for life. Raja Bell. But sitting on the court as an intern, learning and soaking it all in, and watching the then arena host, which was Cedric Sabalas. I thought he had the coolest job. I mean, I saw like ESPN, I saw TNT, I saw all these like reporters, and don't get me wrong, I thought they had a really cool job, but I was like watching Cedric be Cedric and be the voice of the arena. And just the timeouts were his, and during halftime, and just like the energy. And I just remember thinking, I want to do that. I don't know how, I don't know when, but that would be so cool. Well, you know, vision boards are a thing. They're a really big deal to me. And I had put, you know, the Phoenix Suns had been on my vision board for years. Moved to LA, did all my stuff in LA. When I moved back here, I really kind of got discouraged because I was like, oh, there's no entertainment things out here. Like there's red carpets in LA, there's movie premieres, there's celebrities. What am I going to do in Arizona? I love it. It's my home. But what can I possibly do that's entertainment? Because I didn't really want to be a reporter. You know, I can't be no sports reporter. Like we'll get into that. I love basketball, but don't ask me what play was that, what position. I don't know. Okay, he shot the ball, he made a goal. Like literally, that's me.
Where we couldn't be more opposite, but we help each other.
So I knew like I could not do that, and I didn't really want to. It wasn't my passion, but I love entertainment. So fast forward to Latin night at the Suns. Actually, I have to kind of go back. I was singing, because you know I sing. I was singing at an event for the Phoenix Suns. I was part of a band called the Hamptons, and we were singing at a Suns event, and I ran into an old friend from college. This is why people and networking. It's everything. Who was it that I ran into?
Greg.
Yes, Greg Rapalski. Okay.
See, I know everything.
You do. Ran into Greg at the Suns. He's still there. And he's like, hey, have you been since school? Because we went to college together. And I was like, I'm singing. I just moved back to Phoenix. And he's like, well, if we ever need a host, I'm going to keep you in mind. And I said, please do. Not even a month later, I get a call that there's going to be a Latin night and they need a Latina to co-host. And I said, twist my arm. I'll be there.
Es muy fácil, she said.
No, it's fácil. And I really never left since that Latin night. I went in just for the Latin night, and then I came back for their Selena. I was dressed up as Selena one night, and I just really never left. It's just like right place,
They never kicked you
right
out.
time, right experiences. Everything led me to that moment. So it's crazy to just kind of sit back and reflect.
Yeah. Well, I remember going to a game, me, you, Luke, Derek, and I was like, gosh, it'd be really cool if, you could work here. Like, would you want to do that? I can't remember who at that time. They were kind of changing out a lot of people, personnel. And I was like, wouldn't that be really cool? And I had a dream actually in college that I was Cedric's co-host. And I was like, okay, that'd be awesome. But I'm not I'm just too aggressive to be a host of an arena. Like, I'm just too much. Like she said, I'm the baller. Like, I know all the X's, know all the plays, and I get really, really animated.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do what she does, like on that high level every single day. I give you mad credit, but it's just like, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
But I saw that and I was like, you would kill this. Like, this could be what you do. Because she came back to Arizona and she was kind of just like, what is here for me? I don't know what I'm going to do here. And it just kind of, like you said, just fit in so perfectly. And you never left. And I remember when you told me you were going to go host, I'm like, this is it. This is your shot. Like, they're going to love you. And they do. And that's the coolest thing for me too. Like, going to the arena, obviously I got like the best plug for tickets, but going to the arena and the fans come up to me and they're like, are you Alicia? Are you Alicia's sister? Like, you guys are like, who are you? Literally happens all the time. Or they'll be like, wait, you quit the Cardinals to be with the Suns? I'm like, no, that's my sister. Clearly like 5 inches taller than me. Can sing, like, hello. But that's the coolest thing for me as like the sis walking around with so much pride, watching you what you do, but then like the fans, it's all about experience, and you give them that experience, and it's really special. I don't want to start crying.
I know.
It's really special to walk around, and like the support from
It's
the
the
fan
best.
base.
Honestly, the Suns fans, here comes tears, wave number 2.
Get
The
the
Suns
shirt.
fans are the best fans. They're the most loyal. They're diehard for their team. And yeah, my job is to give them that experience, to be the fan. I get to be the fan. You didn't get to be that as the sideline field reporter. You had to kind of keep that composure and professionalism. But I can be out there like screaming and chanting and jumping
I
up and
see
down.
you.
And then go on the court and do like, okay, it's time for the shoe game cam, or just all the fun stuff and the party atmosphere that we're kind of transitioning more into. And to get messages and DMs from people who are like, thank you for all you do, and can I take a picture with you at the next game? And the people who run up and ask for my autograph, I literally start crying almost every game with how kind, how sweet the Suns fans are. And it's just a dream come true because it's been on my vision board. Like, I started this very long answer. It's been on my vision board for a very long time. And the fact that it's here now, it's all God.
I honestly, and I'm not just saying that because obviously I'm biased, but hear it from a lot of people too. They couldn't have a better in-arena experience, not only because of, I think they do a great job, you guys interacting with the fans, you just feel a part of it. And I know with me being, coming from the NFL side, it's such a huge venue. You sometimes can barely hear what people are saying on the Jumbotron. It's kind of just like, you're in it or you're not. But like at the arena, it's like everyone is on top of each other. Like, everyone's hyped together and you feel the energy, and to have you guys carry it through is something like very unique and special. Like, honestly, because I've been to a lot of venues all around the NFL, like I said, and they have it right because they have a Valley homegrown girl who is a fan leading the way. And you don't find that in a lot of places. A lot of them are you know, coming in from different experiences, have maybe cheered for different teams coming in. Yeah. And that's what makes it so unique because you're a part of it. You're on this journey with us, because obviously I'm a big fan. You're on this journey, and that's what makes the experience so fun and relatable. You're not just like okay, now we're going to do that. Like, you are in it with us. And
Fan first, and my job is to make those two little girls who are up in the nosebleeds with their dad, make them feel like they're on the court with me. That is my job every game, and I do my best to deliver that. So thanks for saying that.
Oh, my God. How much time we got left, Nick? 3 minutes? Is that it? Oh, Lord.
A lot of editing. Whoever's editing this together.
No, we just run it through. They got everything. Got the tears, the mocha. But dang, we needed like a part 2.
We even talk about the music, the divorce. There's like, we need part 2. This is a lot. We barely scratched.
I'm sorry.
Barely scratched the surface.
Do you have a question for us?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I will say that I did golf with Cedric once at the Bruce Arians golf tournament. He was our like celebrity partner or whatever.
He's great.
He's also left-handed, so we immediately bonded on that.
He's cool.
He's a very cool guy.
I got a picture with him as that intern in college, and then I took a picture with him like my first or second season as the host, and he remembered me. And he's like, "You did it, kid." He's like, "You do a good job out there." It's the cool when he says that, or even our new owner is so amazing, and he notices me and my heart. That's what they notice. My heart for the Suns. It's the best. Dream come true.
Make me great. Well, gosh, we didn't even get into a lot of other things.
I have one more question.
Oh.
How do they choose who shoots what is typically, and no offense to them, a very poor half-court shot?
It's wild because we really...
The last 3 I've seen, they haven't even... They're like 10 feet close. Short.
But we were...
Like, do they try?
Remember that game where that guy won, like...
My first season, for the record, a guy won $77,777. The game after, a guy won a car. The game after that, the other guy won a car.
So now they're just choosing people that are like, this guy's never going to get the ball there.
I think so. Yeah, I'm like, no, but it's funny because like everyone thinks I have a say. And for the record, I do not have a say in any of that or the shoe game winner. It's whoever they say is the winner is, I'm like, oh, there's the winner. I don't get to pick. So don't be asking. I get so many DMs like,
if somehow it comes about.
I just want to be on the dance cam.
Oh, you'd like your name in the hat.
I'm just like surprised I've never gone on the dance cam. I'm out there like working it. I am shaking. I am giving it all. Like it is my stage and it never comes to
I know.
Nick's laughing. It's my moment. It's my Selena moment.
You think your sister would be like, yeah, she's over there. Can
That's
you
what
just
I'm
put the
saying.
camera on her
Oh, I do. I'll be telling them the sections you're in.
Some
they know.
Other trauma with the Charles Barkley. You're bringing up a lot here. It's fine. Maybe this next game, Friday.
That I nicely gave you my tickets to.
Yes,
so
Friday. Are you filling your nails right now? You're like doing a lot of this.
Can you hear this a lot?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear it until that moment.
Okay, see?
You were just talking a lot like
it's my Cardi B nails.
Well, that's
my Khloe Kardashians.
Typically, Lisa she'll do very hand motions into the frame, like the one camera frame.
Sorry, but no, she was doing a lot of nails.
I didn't hear it.
That's okay.
Hope it's not like in the video too much.
All right, sis. Well, we need another episode because we didn't even get into much. I feel like I need to ask one more lasting, impactful question here.
Okay.
I don't know, like what?
You have 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
2 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay, 2-minute drill. Ready? Go. What do you see? Where do you see your career life heading? Like, we're in 5 years, what do you want it to look like? And I know this is a deep question because we've talked endlessly about this, but on set, on the spot, what do you want the next 5 years to look like?
Where do I see myself in the next 5 years in my career? Well, I hope to continue pursuing my music because singing is definitely a part of my heart. Selena. I will be with the Suns as long as they will have me, honestly. I see myself maybe, if God wants me to be a mom, as a mom, but still being able to do that. Obviously, our business is one in which we can work wherever, however we want, to any capacity we want. We travel so much. I mean, I literally feel like right now I'm so happy. I'm so content with where things are for my career. I don't want it to change. Just get better. Just add more to my plate. Get a bigger plate to make room for everything else I want to do, which is, like my music. That would be the only thing to add to my plate. But otherwise, I'm very grateful, happy with where things are right now in my career. So to be continued.
Yay. What a good podcast. And I'm so biased saying that, but Nick, you agree, right?
I do. It's very good.
It's very good. And we have matching tats, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at it. Mm-hmm. Boom.
You can't see it.
We're rebels.
I have a lot more tattoos now.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. She's not going to like this part of the podcast. And I'm getting another one soon. There's a lot going
just
on in my
a lot
life.
of fun facts here. We'll have
Part
to have
two?
you back. Part 2.
Part 2 coming
Thanks,
soon.
sis, for coming.
Thanks
during
for
the
having
playoffs.
me, and congrats. You're the best for this position of State 48's like podcast. Like, this is you. Talk about childhood dreams coming true. Like, man, you are living the dream. This is so you. And I have people who come up to me talking about your podcast. They'll be like, oh yeah, I saw that she just interviewed Gonzo. Oh my gosh, I saw that she's doing this now, the new shirts. I see your sister. This is who we are.
Mm-hmm.
This represents what we grew up wanting. And now you're here.
Yeah, Nick, put my face in the O. Like the Al McCoy.
Al McCoy.
Done. Shalisa.
Can you make that happen? I think I know a guy.
Proud of you.
I know a couple.
Thanks, sis. Love you.
Love.
All right, everyone. That wraps up. I don't even know what podcast
Bitty,
this
bitty,
is.
bum, bum.
But this is season 2, and
It is?
more to come. Yeah. Almost a wrap.
Go Suns.
Thanks, Nick, for... We need more Nick in these podcasts.
Yeah,
I've
that's
decided.
good. I like that dynamic of him being there.
Yes.
We'll hear how the people feel about this.
Everyone comment that you love it. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.